Приветики, приветики еще раз. Я не понял, почему тут тебе запретили написать вообще про Геншин. Я пытаюсь разрешить сообщение, она мне не разрешает. Геншин немножко на паузе, я немножко утомился. Луна, луна, точно, луна, блин. А про луну-то я забыл, ладно, делики. Точно, точно. Я просто сегодня что-то как-то так порисовал. Новый... Кстати, новые смайлики. Чпуньк. Так, иду забирать раз. Два. А ты не видел вообще ни одного, наверное, смайлика? Да, да. Генщитовский. Ой, на самом деле все смайлики ты не видела. Так, долистали. Ой, блин, все листать. Обманули, сказали, что 3 часа бесплатно, а по сути только 2,5. Ой, ну тут есть русский язык. Ой, а я в прошлую не дошел, интересно, тут слишком вот много. Так, бегу за луну забирать. В Геншин. Я вообще ни по одному врагу попасть не могу. О. А ты не все видела? Или все уже видела? Анимашка ж не на всех. На этого похож. Каково? 30 секунд до Марса. А? Да, смотри, как похож. Уже все исчез. Короче, мы играем за Джареда Лето.
In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters, and the trick is not to end up as either.
Генщит завтра будет.
By the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way.
Я сегодня расслабляюсь. Я в час 6 часов. О, луну отдали. Спасибо. Спасибо, что напомнила. Ой, красиво, красиво. Вот эту игру точно я куплю. Потому что надо первую пройти вначале, потом вторую пройти. Ежедневные заданки. Ой, завтра еще будут 2 переплетающие судьбы штучки. А через... В 5-й день еще 2, и в 7-й день 5 аж будет. Ой, фу, что за мерзота, блэ. 18+, алло. Я не хочу смотреть на жопу. Некрасивую. Ва. Вот это контент, которого мы заслуживаем. Ужаса. Ну, качество игры намного круче, чем та, которая предыдущая была. Точнее, я сегодня скачал 2 триал-версии игры, потыкать, посмотреть. Первая это марвеловская Midnight Sun. Сюжетка вроде как прикольная, но реализация игры просто дерьмище. Там типа карточная, не карточная. В общем, я хотел успеть сделать этот обзор такой небольшой, заключение по поводу той игры, но не успел. Она просто выключилась. А переключиться сразу на другую игру не разрешили на плойке. На Xbox можно сразу там выйти, зайти в другую, и типа эфир у тебя не улетит никуда. А на плойке такого нету. Уа! Страшно. Уа! Фу, я думал, там пипичка его видна. Слава богу, это была не пипичка, а рука. Блин, я сейчас все закину смайлики. Я еще половину отключил, потому что там нельзя одновременно все показывать смайлики, там надо. Ой, а на плойке не отображается вот этот почему-то. А, нет, так отображается. А когда вместе все пишешь, не отобразился. Так, а куда мне идти? Там что, сзади кто-то был? Меня сейчас созрут. Меня созрут. Кстати, Соня пришла. У нас эфирчик. Да, можешь привет передать. Соня, Вероника, тебе тоже привет. Так, а можно бежать? О, можно бежать. Фу. Вот это знаешь, это как первая серия... Первая серия... Черного зеркала. Я не могу туда зайти? А куда мне идти? Я не понял. Алло, а куда идти? А. Блин, слишком темно. С камень. Вечерняя прогулка голышом по лесу. Здравствуйте. Ой. 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 Это вообще не 18+. Ой, а слушай, ну прикольно. Фу. Я только покушал. Ведьма из Блэр. Ом-ном-ном. Ом-ном-номочка. Не, ну тут картинку нарисовали прям вообще топка. Красотища. Опять он куда-то едет, да? В лес работать, писать книжку новую, да?
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
А то есть жену он
How are
спас.
you?
This
И у
trip
них
might
еще
take a little
дети.
longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers.
Без
I'll let you
спойлеров.
get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will. Bye, kiddo.
А, это другая дамочка.
Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
А, это была девочка, я думал, она с мальчиком разговаривает. Эти какие стрёмные люди.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me
Давай ты
as the backup.
давай на тебя все. Все на твои плечи, и ты будешь сама все делать.
Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up. Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Cauldron Lake. Это прям продолжение второе будет. Опять в этом же месте? Я думал, прям в другом месте будет эта часть. Или это... Кстати, здесь с помощником шерифа. Та-та-та. Но его уже, по-моему, кого? Этого. Возвращение. Приглашение. Кошмарное место. Ой, тут карта красивая. Как карта? А, вот. А, мне показалось, что красиво.
Hey, over here.
Здравствуйте.
Agent Casey, right?
Yep,
Sheriff
it's
Breaker
me.
said you'd be coming by to take over the case.
You're half right. Anderson?
А ты хотела Геншин посмотреть сегодня?
Saga Anderson.
Как я
I'll be
страдаю.
leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Shoot. Sorry about that, ma'am. I'm Deputy Mulligan. I just figured that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton.
Ты нас
Down at
пропустишь,
crime scene.
алло?
He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, but inside.
Да что вы. Ой.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a
Свидетели
couple out of
тоже
towners. I wonder
того.
what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, right, Thornton?
Мы против
But don't
жителей
worry.
больших городов.
Sheriff Krieger
Конечно,
took him back to
конечно.
town a while ago.
Так, давай.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
Now look, tell him I'm here, waiting. I'll show him around.
They got it, Thornton.
Так, попасть к месту преступления, встретиться с помощником. Так,
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to
в
review
какую
the facts of the
сторону?
case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly. The Mind Place. My
Обитель.
version of the Mind
Прикольно.
Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using
Прикольно.
each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board. Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
Ауфт. Пара-пара-пам. Так, что мы тут должны сделать? Ага, приблизили. Все жертвы пропали без вести в 2010 году. Угу. Больше ничего общего. Детали убийства различаются. Единственное, что объединяет трупы, вздутие по причине смерти. Ага, в данном случае травмы грудной клетки. Та-та-та-та-та. Портрет убийцы. А где портрет убийцы? Еще был. Так, окей.
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
Пойдем. Пойдем посмотрим это все дело.
Gives me a headache.
О, красивая природа.
Sky.
Мне нравится. Так, ну, куда нам? А мы еще можно сюда зайти.
Hey,
Так,
Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a
я просто обошел по-другому.
than I am. You've cracked cases that have
А тут даже 3 разных проходика.
I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Real funny,
В предыдущей части мы собирали эти термосы. А что в этой части будем собирать? Улики, наверное, просто. Я думаю, я за Алана Вейка тоже буду играть в этой части. Дайте мне фонарики, пистолет сразу, пожалуйста, на всякий случай. То я буду кричать. Идем. Графика, конечно, прям вообще топчик. Да, не успели сделать и ремастер, и вторую часть. Прям, блин, вообще молодцы, игра. Куда идем на спиточку? Большой-большой секрет. Так, ну это точно надо будет эту метку не для детей ставить. Тут прям такой
I'm gonna go
знак.
check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
И чё, куда-то можно дойти? Ага, все. До свидания. Так, ну должны же мне что-то дать где-нибудь. Должно же что-то быть. Не просто так они будут осветление делать. И все, и все.
Is that a
Оп, оп.
kid's lunchbox? An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective.
Угу.
He hates those cheesy crime books, but he really hates the movies.
А, я не могу пока. Ясно. Ну, короче, я нашел тут. Короче, это мы можем улучшать оружие этой штукой. Надо пазлики искать.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only
Я
thing
тоже
around
люблю
here that
дождь.
feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Ой, ой, ой. Давайте. Надо вместе будет в генщит поиграть. Хорошего вечерочка вам, котики. Я, если что, на стриме прохожу его, генщит этот. Можем каких-нибудь куда-нибудь и сходить, побить каких-нибудь монстров. Так, здравствуйте.
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
Попали к
That's
месту
me, at your
преступления, да?
service, ready to get this case solved. Now the body's behind the store. Come on, I'll show you.
А тут нет ничего, что взять можно. Дайте ничего не взять.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
Нет, ничего нет.
So,
Так, а дайте мне настроечки. Так, добавка яркости. Давайте побольше, пожалуйста, яркость. Я прям нифига не вижу. Все, нифига не видно.
You forgot the UFO cover-ups.
Дайте мне что-нибудь еще интересненького. Понедельник, ага, так, дневник чей-то. Угу. Так, это постирушечная. Ясно. Не закрыли дверь у меня. Фух. Все, больше тут ничего нет. Жаль. Опять обманули, ничего не дали. Мне просто же дают возможность бегать по карте. Топор. Дайте мне взять топор.
Wonder what's inside. I should take a look around for a way to open this thing.
Есть вариант, что мне сюда надо будет потом прийти. Так, я потерял этих. Ага, вот они.
Now, this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. Now, we didn't touch nothing, you know.
Ой,
Procedures
писюлечка.
and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay, let's start by examining our guest of honor. Does this fit the MO of the previous murders?
Блин, сейчас
Step
крупным
body is
планом вон
positioned on the
пиписечку
table.
смотреть.
Ritualistic. Another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Совпадение? Нет, не думаю. Блин, прикольно так вот они сделали. Исследование места преступления. Пойдемте.
Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed. The killer left the heart right next to the body. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down.
Нету автоматического.
Heart removed from chest, strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Продолжить. Так, цели. Знать о жертве, разузнать об убийце. Угу.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightingale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Так.
Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here.
Да что ты? У тебя были варианты, что он умер не здесь? Ага, вот тут что-то у нас. Так.
Someone left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over.
Штатив.
Was it for a camera? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting.
Так, я не по порядку входа пошел.
Multiple people were here. Multiple killers?
Так, ну все.
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
So what happened to Nightingale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here.
I bet there's more to that story.
But no happy ending.
Nightingale went missing 13 years ago, 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
I think that's everything. For now, at least.
Mm-hmm. Anything clicking yet?
Not sure. Need to think about it.
Так, и что? Что мы тут могем еще сделать?
I had to review the clues. I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
Конечно, я буду бегать, тут все изучать, а он типа стоит и нифига не делает. Поэтому я главное. А он всего лишь...
Locked. They really don't want people coming in here.
Мгм. Как они сюда все пробрались, если тут все закрыто? Вот профиг.
Anderson. Hey, let's get back to work over here, can we?
Hello, this is Agent Anderson and Agent Casey, FBI. We'd like to come in and ask a few questions pertaining to an investigation.
The station heads are not currently available. Access is restricted without their permission.
Nice talking to you, too.
Ну вот так вот. Пошел я отсюда. Так.
A creepy twig sculpture?
Та-та-та-там.
Hey there, Mr.
Олейник.
Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
Ту-ту-ту-ту. Так, ничего взять нельзя. Жаль, конечно. Там. Так, тут что-то с треугольниками. Интересное. То есть образовалось оно на месте извержения вулкана. То есть вообще бесполезная информация, наверное, пока что. Ну, какая-то же должна была. Не просто так нарисовали эти треугольники здесь. Должна быть какая-то логика. И ключик я должен какой-нибудь найти. Так, пум-пум-пум. Ничего нету больше. Ладно. Пойдем отсюда. Так. Тут треугольник. Блин.
Hey, Casey. What's the forest's favorite shape?
Please, Anderson. Just one case without the
A triangle.
I don't get it.
Yes, you do.
Так, а где я видел этот треугольник над треугольником? То есть вероятность, что все-таки где-то есть ключик. Короче, походу еще 2 часа буду тупо искать ключ. Ну вот, что здесь посмотреть можно? Как бы вот логично, где-то здесь. Записки там про ключ ничего не сказано было. Так, озеро это тайник. Секретный, который только и ждет, когда нажму кнопку аллею с кнопкой. Думаю, не пойти к чему-то уж я-то.
I'm getting flashbacks. Remember Ohio?
Sure. The North Side slasher. But that case was completely different.
The trees, Anderson. He hid the bodies in the forest.
Блин. Запутался. Выполни следующие шаги. Помой руки. Достань курицу из морозилки. Ага. Все, помой руки. Та-та-та, достань курицу, поспи. Угу. Вот так вот. Помой руки. А где мы моем руки? Вот здесь. Но здесь нет никакого символа. Значит, помой руки вверх-вниз. Вверх-вверх. И по бокам. Так, еще раз вверх-вниз. Так. Я все-таки не тупой. Так, Ой. Ну. Еще раз читаем. Помой руки. Помой руки. Достань курицу. А, курицу из морозилки. Морозилка
Did you know
жир.
this entire area is inside a caldera? This whole mountain used to be an active volcano. Imagine the force it took to carve this crater out of the earth. Calderas are pretty rare, so be sure to take it in.
So, essentially, we're standing in the gaping maw of hell.
You got it. I used to love geology when I was in school. I helped Logan build a great baking soda volcano for her science fair.
Cheating on a science fair? That's almost a crime, Anderson.
I'm not gonna say no to quality time with a volcano. I mean, my daughter.
А я чё-то не понимаю. Не вижу здесь тоже такого. Что за обман? Поспи. Ты купи из морозилки много. Так, хорошо. Ну, морозилка же логично, что... Вот. А-а-а. Ну и... Так. Друг в друга. Блин. Конечно, не то. Так, наискосок. Ага. Ура! Если ты не един с деревьями, а руки прочь. Да един с деревьями, един. Так. Так, я понимаю, здесь эти были. Оп. Забрать. Любишь вязаные вещи? Кира, я прописал. Просила их сделать специально для тебя. Мгм. Ну, для чайников. Мгм. Ту-ру-ту-ру-тум. Туп. Так, ну окей. Я вроде все посмотрел.
Good to see you still in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a dangerous place.
Ну. И чё?
I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
Ну, я прошел все. Я все, что хотел, взял. Все, что хотел, посмотрел. Так, там все закрыто. Кемпинг я посмотрел. Это я вот все обошел. Туда, я понимаю, мы еще пока не можем. Можно, конечно, попробовать сходить.
Was he killed here or brought here after? For display.
Так. Так. Пилебры на столе. Так, это...
That's it. Boot prints, indicating multiple killers. Quite the party. Robert Nightingale, ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
Так. Соответственно, знаете об убийце. Угу. Что я могу разжимать здесь еще?
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Так, вот в этот домик там мы заходили, по-моему, да? Эти штучки нельзя трогать. Так, да, в этот домик мы заходили. Ту-ру-ту-ту. А, так, я не понял, тогда на что это нажимать?
A lunchbox again. Who's leaving these out here?
Отлично, отлично. Так, все, сюда я не могу больше никуда пойти. Что мне действительно надо этот самый доклеить эту.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now? Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together. Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flip the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something. Agent Nightingale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Уронила?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark. He was there too. You are not allowed in the lake until he says otherwise.
Robert Nightingale came from the lake before his murder.
Угу.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message? Nah. Right. The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow.
Второе дело не посмотрел.
This mug always cheers me up. Casey's favorite brand. Tastes terrible. My first ever prank on Casey. A true classic. If only the rest of the Bureau knew what a softie Casey is.
11 remaining.
Miss you, kiddo. I'll be home soon.
This one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightingale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightingale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Mm-hmm. Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
Good to see you still in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a dangerous place.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger. I didn't know trees got that big.
A witch with no heart. A strange echo of owl murder. There's a piece of paper on the ground. Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
Good to see you still in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a
A
dangerous
page
place.
full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading
the words.
These words felt like a message.
Felt like a message.
Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept?
Even if they knew it would end up hurting them. Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightingale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I should profile Nightingale about this page. I think I saw... Can't go any further. Water's too deep.
Welcome back, Anderson.
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
get lost, Anderson?
I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
There's another lunchbox.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightingale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here, what they were doing. Someone playing a game with them, leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them, even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what. Okay. I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense. Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside. Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
Good to see you still in one piece, Anderson. Forest can be a dangerous place.
Did you know this entire area is inside a caldera? This whole mountain used to be an active volcano. Imagine the force it took to carve this crater out of the earth. Calderas are pretty rare, so be sure to take it in.
So, essentially, we're standing in the gaping maw of hell.
You got it.
Made it back. Good.
I used to love geology when I was in school. I helped Logan build a great baking soda volcano for her science fair.
Cheating on a science fair? That's almost a crime, Anderson.
I'm not gonna say no to quality time with a volcano. I mean, my daughter.
I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
Another one of those lunch boxes. Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner. I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery. Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
Hello.
Any interesting guests lately? Any good finds?
Zilch. But someone
I'm
left
gonna
a
go
bear
check something
surprise
out.
under their bed for
Be right back.
housekeeping.
Got it.
They're nuts.
So, that's what all that school was about? Either that.
See you around.
Just how much coffee have you had today, Charlie?
Don't know, don't care.
Not to toot my own horn, but I am pretty darn sure my... I mean our flow.
Oh, dear.
belle of all of this year's fest. Let me guess. The FBI. Welcome to Bright Falls. It's nice to have you here. I got you both some coffee. Oh, it's Washington's finest.
Nice to meet you, Sheriff. I'm set for coffee.
You know, I wouldn't say no to another.
I'm Agent Saga Anderson. This is Agent Alex Casey.
Tim Brinker. And let me just say, I'm happy you two are here. Frankly, we could use the help.
Your deputies said you had a couple of witnesses here.
They made them sound like suspects.
Mulligan and Thornton are still on about that? No, the Bookers don't strike me as the murdering type, but you can decide for yourselves. They're just inside having coffee and pie to calm their nerves.
I'll see what they have to say. Casey, you compare notes with the sheriff.
Take your time. We've looked through the case files you sent over, Sheriff. Have you had many people besides the known victims go missing?
Sure. But it's slowed down ever since Cauldron Lake was fenced off.
Let me guess. Missing person cases spiked around 2010. The fence was built just after.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
I can't believe that happened. I still feel like I'm gonna be sick.
Come on, Ed. How's the pie? Don't take your mind off things.
How can you be so calm?
Corpses are part of the job. Can't dwell on it too much.
Rest easy, buddy. I need something to force this open. Excuse me. I'm Agent Saga Anderson. Are you the Bookers?
That's us. I'm Tammy, and he's Ed. With anything, because if not, we'd love to get back to our hotel and decompress after what we saw. Take a bath, scream into pillows, that kind of thing.
We're not charging you. I just have a few questions. Nothing to stress about, okay? What were you doing at Cauldron Lake last night?
I'm a writer. True crime. We're here from New York, doing some research on a famous novelist, Alan Wake, who went missing here. I was down at the lake, getting some details. Perfectly legal.
So what did you see in the woods?
This naked dude came out of the lake and
He was acting crazy, shouting weird shit at us. He must have been on something.
Unless skinny dipping at dawn is a thing around here.
Then we heard shooting. We ran into these psychos in deer masks. They were tearing into the naked guy with knives, like some kind of satanic cult. And then we bolted and called the cops.
What makes you say it was a cult?
The masks and knives aren't enough.
They were shouting, "Cult of the tree. The cult of the tree. Cult of the tree." Oh, and then we found out. The whole thing was terrifying. That's all. This is exactly why I hate small towns.
Keep it down, Ed. You know how touchy these rural types can be.
I should profile some subjects. The cult of the tree. What aren't the Bookers telling me?
I found their necklace. The symbol is 2 triangles.
The cult wants their spruce tree back, Tammy.
Finders keepers, Ed. My publisher will want this on the cover.
Tammy found something. A necklace belonging to one of the cultists. The Bookers were at Cauldron Lake. Why?
The fence was built to hide what's there. They say the rider fell in the lake.
Private party. No trespassing.
My book has questions. Past the bolt cutters.
They broke in for the sake of Tammy's book. Nothing to do with a murder. They were telling the truth. So you found something there, right? A necklace these cultists may have dropped.
Okay. Wow. How did you put that together?
It's evidence. You need to hand it over.
Told you not to keep that thing, Timmy.
Thanks. This could prove to be helpful. Do me a favor. Stick around town for now in case we have any more questions.
Like we'd even dream of missing dear Fez.
Oh, God.
Saga! Saga Anderson. As I live and breathe. I thought we'd never see you back here after that awful, awful thing happened to your baby girl. How are you? I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't know what you're talking about. It's me, silly. Rose. You know me.
I don't think I do. And what horrible thing happened to my baby girl?
She drowned. Your daughter. That's so weird you don't remember.
How do you know I have a daughter?
Oh, I know what this is. You're blocking out your traumatic memories. Happens on TV all the time.
No. You're mistaking me for someone else.
If you say so.
All set? My guys have Nightingale at the morgue if you're ready to go take a look.
Let's go. Well, Casey, I got a lead. Looks like we're dealing with a cult. The cult of the tree.
A murder cult. Fuck.
Have you heard of this cult of the tree, Sheriff?
Only the urban legend. If you're in the woods at night, the cult will get you. That sort of thing.
We're not gonna find out you're the Grand Wizard or something, are we?
I played some D&D back in the day. Wizard was always my favorite class.
Morning, Sheriff. Looks like you have some guests.
Ah, morning, Ted. Yeah, real important guests. Deerfest. Always draws a crowd, right?
Too true. More the merrier. Have a good one, Sheriff.
Hey, what do you know about that waitress from the diner?
Rose? Yeah, she's a bit of a space case. Always has been. Why? What'd she do now?
She kept saying that my daughter drowned. She even knew my name. It was all very weird.
Rose has a talent for saying the weirdest thing possible. But it's best not to take it personally.
Hey, boss. Corpse is downstairs ready to go.
Yep, in the morgue, all prepped.
I'd like to take a closer look as soon as possible. Lead the way, Sheriff.
Oh, this is the Bright Falls Sheriff Station. Anything you need, just let us know.
We appreciate the support, Sheriff.
See you around.
So we share a morgue with the funeral home next door. It's a shoestring budget. I guess you guys don't have that problem, though. Our only coroner rotates between a few other towns, and he's away this week, but you can handle this, right?
I'm qualified to perform examinations. Yes.
Something about morgues. They always cheer me up.
I can't say I feel the same.
He's joking. Okay, let's take a look at our patient. I'll start with the external inspection before performing the internal examination. What was the cause of death? What other clues can the body give me? The body shows signs of being submerged in water post-mortem. It doesn't add up. There's writing on here. Can't make it out.
Writing? How'd they manage that?
This looks like text. A tattoo?
Nightingale didn't strike me as a tattoo guy. Defensive wounds. He put up a fight.
Aha. They did leave something inside his chest. Time to see what Nightingale's body can tell us. Keep trying. Chest wound is cause of death, but the corpse is bloated, waterlogged. Doesn't add up. There's definitely something in his chest. Did the killers leave it there? It's the same type of page we found at Cauldron Lake.
Nightingale Hunted Saga. Didn't see her. The Taken could not see into bright light. Light hurt them, made them vulnerable. Nightingale had no heart, but here he was, killing.
Someone's created a fucked up fantasy about us.
Hey, hold on. We found these kinds of pages. I didn't think they were relevant to this case. I have them right here. No, wait.
Sheriff?
What the hell?
Didn't see her. Could not see into bright light.
I'll make you pay.
He's coming. No weapon. The page said to get into the light. He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Go!
Wasn't. Darkness. Waiting for
Not my gun. He can't see me in the light. My gun's out in the hall. Gotta get it back. Gotta move. Now. He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need...
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale. Into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal. Their purpose. A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve. The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a Taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay?
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can.
That's crazy, right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
Well, yeah, right. Well, that's all crazy talk. Monsters aren't real, and what do you mean? The sheriff disappeared? Like poof? He's gone like magic? Magic's not real. Magic's not real. Right? Mulligan?
No, Thornton. Monsters aren't real. Magic's definitely not real.
They're a fine pair.
Oh dear, I am a tourist, and it appears that I'm lost in the woods. I've only had a tour guide, also. It's bear season. Oh no, a bear. Help. Did somebody call for a tour guide? Oh, wow. Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours. Unforgettable tour experiences at affordable prices. That's right. I'm Ilmo Koskela, voted best coffee roaster / tour guide by Coffee World magazine. And I'm here to give you the tour of a lifetime. But Ilmo, I've heard the government has seized and restricted access to many local nature attractions. That is true, Jaakko. Many local attractions have recently become fenced off by the government. And that's why, at Koskela Brothers Adventure Tours, we say, fuck the government. We have both cutters. Oh, wow.
My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Just a moment, ma'am. Someone will be right with you.
How many times do we have to do this, Walter? Huh? I'm at my wit's end with you.
I can't get through this. Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, Casey?
A smart choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case. Whoever you can spare. ASAP. Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead. I'm gonna take a quick look around. Meet you back at the car.
See you in a bit.
Rinse and repeat. Clock out, get a beer. Or maybe 3.
Did you check out the town, Anderson?
Just getting my bearings. Ready to go?
Waiting on you.
So what's good here? Any nice restaurants? I'm a bit of a foodie.
Well, the restaurants and shops in town are closed at the moment, unfortunately. They'll have a grand reopening right after Deer Fest, though. So if you're sticking around till then...
Oh, I don't think I am. Whatever Deer Fest even is.
Oh, if you're a fan of coffee and retro vibes,
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Haha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story. The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed.
The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case.
I've been thinking more about the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
Hey, hello there. How are you folks doing?
Those restricted area signs don't do a damn thing, huh?
Hello. Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business. Fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
How did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous sweater, Saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland. Pulla, Karjalan piirakka.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by. Stephen, we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can't gnaw right through a garbage can.
Well, I need to get back to it.
What the hell is this?
What'd you find there, Stephen?
Let's get to the murder site, Casey. A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know what. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve. Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded the rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else. Monsters? Overlaps? Rituals? What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word ritual starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around, learn what this ritual is. We've seen this symbol before.
Good eye.
Bare feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
The tracks lead into the water. Where'd he go from here? I can feel something. A presence. Nightingale isn't far. What is that? Seems like it's reacting to... These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not out of it. My flashlight burned the dark stuff away. It was covering another page.
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap. This is the witch's hut.
Anderson, thought I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. I found another page. Following up on a lead. Keep checking in.
Roger.
The page described the hut being lit and mentioned a fuse. The fuse box is missing a fuse. I need to find one to turn on the lights. Light is the key. To stay safe. But for something more to be revealed as well. I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree was a threshold. This place and the dark place. You're in over your head. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold. Like a doorway. Leading to Nightingale. It's somehow connected to a tree. Witch's Ladle? This fuse is busted. This one looks good. People should really stop littering, though. Another page. Making progress.
The image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign.
The page from the witch's hut seems to be describing some kind of ritual. Nightingale's heart disappeared from the morgue. Where is it now? To get into the overlap, I need to find Nightingale's heart. Read the line imprinted on it, plus the line on the page to the witch's ladle sign. Then push the heart through the hole in the sign. We're dealing with an organized group of killers. The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting. Nightingale.